Yeah, the prison's architect did an amazing job. It's really beautiful, designed by the school's architect. School is kind of like a prison, you know?
Honestly, yeah.
Especially when it's a boarding school.
Come and see. It's ringing. It's messing up a bit, I think. No. Well... Damn. He says it's parked there with a sticker on the front.
Which side is that?
That's it, that's where we came in. Damn, we entered right there. I think it's security.
Hello, nice to meet you, Mr. Gabriel.
And quarantine. And today we're back for a new exploration. We're going to explore an abandoned school where some very dark things happened.
And above all, under tight security. It all starts when we arrive near the school. What you need to know is that it's located in a park that's completely open to the public. So when you see someone or there are a lot of people walking around, they could be either passers-by or security guards. That adds a huge amount of pressure.
Incognito. I think that's quarantine, so Mr. Gabriel.
We find ourselves in front of an abandoned school. What's interesting is it's a public place in the middle of a garden open to all.
There were quite a few people walking their dogs, and just us here by this abandoned school. But what's really tricky is that we just saw it's packed with cameras.
Yeah, there's light inside too.
Detectors. So we're going to sneak into this school, hoping that security doesn't show up while we're there. So this whole area is under heavy security. That's why I'm in incognito mode. Wait, listen. We're going to make ourselves known here. There are detectors everywhere. So we'll see if we can get inside, hoping there's no alarm inside.
And that no guard shows up or...
That kind of thing. Yeah, because honestly, we've been working on a security sheet for 10 or 15 minutes just to find it. But no one has shown up. I'm saying that, damn. I'm trying to listen for the sounds of preparation.
There, you can see it clearly. I'm passing under the beam in front of the camera.
Light. A camera on the left and one in front of us.
Dome camera over there.
Big dome camera right in front.
But right now, actually, we're basically allowed to be here. Anyway, we have the right to be here.
There you go, unfortunately. After our first walk around the school, we realized one thing. It's absolutely packed with cameras and sensors. And we think, I hope the security guards don't already know we're here.
But the idea we have is that logically we can blend into the crowd since there are also plenty of people just taking walks. And after walking around the school for a good 10 minutes, no one is coming. So we tell ourselves that we'll more or less have free reign, because if someone had noticed us, well, they would already be here, logically. The school really has an old-fashioned style.
It's amazing, looks fancy and is highly praised.
Really talked up, Daniel. And it looks like there's still plenty inside. Normally, it's an old boarding school too.
Yep.
And where some strange things happened. Yeah, and pretty dark, pretty dark. There in front of us, apparently, there's another entrance. I hope no one comes looking for us.
We struggled to find an entrance since everything was walled up and under surveillance, until we managed to push and pull a small window and thought we found a way into the heart of the school.
Okay. So we're going to hurry through this path knowing that there are cameras everywhere watching us. So it's going to be very stressful once again, because we know that once we're inside, well, we're trapped inside and someone can show up in a security vehicle very quickly.
Yes, indeed.
Here you go.
Let's go.
Great, awesome. So cool. Well, now we just have to pray that the rest goes well. Yeah. If the team is bad, we're in trouble.
The beginning of our troubles. You should know this school was not only a school, but also a boarding school. That's why as soon as we enter the first room, there will be so many stacked beds, because children used to sleep here before. And so, there are a lot of beds that were left here because, as you just said, it was a boarding school. Yeah, it would be good to have a view of the parking lot, you know, because, yeah, you never know. Do you have the flashlight? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have a hard time since it's pretty well lit. We shouldn't go that way since it wasn't official. Then we'll check what's hidden in the school. In any case, the atmosphere in these hallways is already pretty creepy. The school we're visiting today could be one of the oldest buildings we've ever explored. Indeed, the institution was built in the 1750s and was passed down from generation to generation until the beginning of the 20th century, when some sisters bought the place to turn it into a religious school for girls. Many changes were made to it, You can see the addition of a chapel, dormitories, and several classrooms. And a little later, in 1960, this place was turned into a boarding school for boys. During this time, a very intriguing event occurred. In the 1970s, on a completely ordinary weekday evening, the staff at the school realized that a student was missing from his bed. Quite panicked, they searched for the student everywhere in the school, but he was never found. After a long police investigation, conclusions were drawn. This child had run away, but unfortunately neither the police nor the parents would ever find him. So, where did he go? This story makes this place even more mysterious, even though the atmosphere in the hallways was already pretty oppressive. All the doors have been torn off, but there are so many beds, it feels like, compared to the number of rooms. Yeah, look at all this. Look there, the dormitories are like that. I think they were added. It wasn't like this before. Still, it shows a lot of people were here, huh? Look at the state of this place. Everything is stored here. That means we'll probably have bigger and emptier rooms a little further up. Well, I think basically, generally... Alright, I can put a lot of stuff. You, about the case. We... are going to stay in the beds. An old camera that broke, kind of. Yeah, I hope so.
Inside, the atmosphere is really creepy. All the paint is peeling. It's really scary because we're also really afraid of coming across a detector. And if that happens, it's really over.
By the way, before the video continues, feel free to follow us on Instagram, where we post lots of photos from our Urbex explorations, and especially where you get all the exclusive videos ahead of time with all the stories we can share with you. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Gabriel and Corentin will post it here. Yeah, in boarding schools there were usually either big dormitories with everyone in the same place, or rooms for the students who were the most diligent. And who were allowed to have a bit more comfort. The field is empty and you can see the paint's condition. Yeah, here it really took a beating. Well, actually no, I thought it was from the school, but it would have been more. So, for the region, we're in Ireland, so it's a very humid country, it rains very often. It was soaked outside, which explains it. Likely a lot of water infiltration. And we're going to try to discover what's hidden in this school. Okay.
Hey. Wow.
Already. It's very big. Now, we start moving a bit through the hallways, and we realize that, in the end, there aren't too many detectives inside and that we'll be able to explore this school in a more relaxed way.
We're going to arrive in a large hall that looks like it was the main hall of the school, connecting the different wings, and from that point on, we'll have access to many more hallways.
That's probably an alarm, but oh well. Yeah. Maybe there were class bells back then too. Yeah, but that's an alarm. There doesn't appear to be a detector. But there are Pepsi machines, that's cool. It's old. There's an old room in the school center here. Yeah, it looks really cool. There's one at La Mole, one at La More. Because today I learned that actually in Ireland they don't speak French, they don't speak English, they speak Irish. Wow, that's creepy. Wow. All the school supplies are covered with tarps. Wow, yeah, there's still so much left. These chairs are just scattered in a mess. But what is this, yeah? It's furniture. There's a lot of furniture. There are some things that are a bit more... Look here, for example, you see there's a piano. Not there, yeah. There's still a piano here. That's excellent. There's light in the corner, over there, in the corner, over there. Okay, that's the corner, yeah. It's pitch dark there and you can smell mold. We're definitely worried about being caught by security. Because considering all the cameras we've seen, it wouldn't be surprising if someone showed up. When we were talking about, look, that's the place where we were talking when we wanted to get in at the beginning. You can see the state of the school. It's catastrophic. Because of the humidity, it was terrifying. Even the floor. No, that's not the floor. Those are the old wires where you see the thing that went between the two bells. Yeah, it's for the bell. It's insanely cool. It's awesome, yeah. If we heard it ring now, that would be so creepy. It would be so freaky. The sound of a bell ringing in the hallways. That big control panel is intimidating, right? It was for the fire alarms. Don't worry about it. See, it was walled up here. Wow, it's been reopened. There were collapses up front. You didn't want to be there when it happened. That's why you must be careful in Urbex spots. Being in the wrong spot at the wrong time means something could fall on you, or you could fall with it. Then it's over. You can see that part of the school is completely destroyed and very dangerous to explore, but we think maybe there are some interesting things on the other side and we just have to go check it out. We're going to start squeezing through, even though it's very dangerous.
Because the building we're exploring is very old and poor maintenance has left some wings badly damaged.
Here, we're going to have to be very careful. We're about to sneeze. Look at the condition on the right. Wow, nothing is recognizable. Everything has been covered by vegetation. Ceiling, a good reason. We're not going to put up the signal either. That's the kind of thing we would never usually do. Yeah, clearly. Are we going straight ahead? Well, yeah, I think going straight ahead will be better. Will we have access to more things here? I hope so. We're facing some nonsense.
And as we keep exploring, the hallways will become more or less normal again, and we're going to discover a really iconic room in a school.
The atmosphere, it's scary. Every hallway we walk down, anything could happen. It would be cool to find classrooms. So this room, it's pristine. Okay, this room is really pristine. There were things here. Were they computer stations or what were they? It's too small to be a little dorm, you know. No, but it was clearly a classroom. It was clearly a classroom. Maybe that's the computer room with all the outlets down there. Did you see it? 2001, oh wow. Wow. Yeah. Kind of the same vibe, but more like a storage room compared to the previous one. Yeah, maybe with student files and so on. It's not impossible, you know. For one, there are music classes. Yeah, there's a lot related to music. And here there's an amazing room, right there. Oh, that's not at all the one I was thinking of, but here we have some computer equipment. Yeah, there's a lot of computer equipment here, really a lot. Old computers. The smell though, the smell is terrifying. There are lots of computers. It's scary. These are really old school things. Right there, on the right. I caught a glimpse and oh. Look at that. An amphitheater, an old amphitheater. Okay, that's awesome. Honestly, it's beautiful. All this wood makes it look like a courtroom. Wow. Haha, the piano is awesome. The piano is beautiful, but like the other one, I don't think it will work. Wow, that's so cool. In the comments, are you team back of the class or front row? Haha, do you sit in the back or in the front? Well, in the front, because they told me to sit in the front. That's true. Me, I was always sitting in the back. Here, we're really struck by this place because on one hand, it's super beautiful, and on the other hand, it's really worn down by time and humidity, so it really has an impressive character. This sense of wonder will be briefly interrupted by what we'll see outside. This room is incredible. I hope we find other classrooms like this. I think so too. Like, look at the desk. The state it's in. We're still in a small section of the building. They used to have music classes here. Yeah, I think the music section is over there. So, which side are we on, basically? Come take a look. It rings. Huh? I think we're kind of screwed. No. Well... Damn. He says it's parked there with a sticker in front. Which side is that? Well, it's the one, it's where we came in. We came in right through there.
Shit.
We need to watch out for every sound we hear. I think it's security. Besides, you see, he didn't even give me time to get a proper look. It's really like the guy just comes in quickly.
From that point on, the exploration gets a lot more stressful. We know that someone is waiting in the middle of the school, and that person might actually be inside the school looking for us, and our only way out is a single window that's very hard to reach. We're much more stressed than before, but we've decided to keep exploring.
Ouch, 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 ouch. This is stressful, huh? Because it's not a coincidence, huh? No, it's clearly not a coincidence because he's really in the schoolyard. The wheels, like he'd just come tearing in. But what surprises me is that I don't see him. I don't see him. Is he patrolling somewhere? Does he think we've left? The problem is there's a car in the file outside. Wait. What? Yeah. We're trying to keep it in place with our leg. Because we're going to set up the environment in the room and then we'll go up there. Well, this room is really beautiful, huh? This room is really something. You see, I feel like I've seen this before, actually. It really looks a lot like a prison, stuff like that, yeah. The classrooms over there are beautiful. What do they have? Yeah. We have a view of the car. Wow, that's crazy. Small cafeteria or small reading room, I don't know. Wow, that's awesome. It smells really good since it's all made of wood. It's really nice here. A small break room, basically, yeah. There's no point in filming us since you won't be able to hear us anyway, so we'll now explore several more rooms, each with a unique purpose, and it's impressive to see so much period equipment that immerses us in the students' past.
No matter the time, no matter which floor we're on, we're always just as worried about the car that's downstairs. We always try to keep an eye on it to make sure it hasn't left or anything like that.
I'm just here in case I run into someone. What? Dude, with our feet we can totally outrun them, really. We keep exploring the school? Anyway, it's a real maze. Yeah, the place is like a labyrinth. It looked more modern here. This is where the boarding students' washing machines were. To wash their clothes? There, I think those were other rooms as well. You shouldn't go downstairs. Yeah, we came from that side. We're over there now. The rooms are big, so everything fits. Yeah. We'll keep exploring. There's a room we hadn't found. The game room, like a student lounge for relaxing. After a few minutes of searching, we'll finally find it. Okay, I think it was still a reading room like before, which were actually small rooms for eating or relaxing. It had its own little room, but it's closed here. Mister. Wow, it's a big room. We've unlocked a new room. I think it's a party room kind of here, but it could be. You see, there's a range that's really under the tables. Yeah, and the little rascals. It's more like a cafeteria, but a cafeteria would be annoying. There aren't many cafeterias, but it's for big parties or something similar. Dude, even if it's... oh no. Oh. 3 big ones. It's basically like the forum. Well, yeah, the forum. I don't know. Dude, the pool table is gigantic. There's a pinball room and a ping pong table in back. I've never seen a pool table this size. I admit, it's huge, but it's 800. 50 meters. You've got ping pong tables over there too, right? There's a ping pong table, yeah. You see a foosball table, right? There's the pool table and everything. It's beautiful, really. It's a great discovery. Man, they had a little net. Yeah, it's crazy. It's buzzing here.
We had explored almost the entire huge abandoned school. And when we look out the window, we'll see that the car is no longer parked down below. We'll think it's a great opportunity to try to escape and get all the footage without getting caught. And that's what we're going to do. Like that. Then it rose right above us.
There's electricity in it. It's on. It always freaks me out when that happens. You can hear it. We were seen at the entrance. It was cool. It scares me, you know? Yeah, really. All right, so let's get back to it. Here, well, let's run away. It's okay, they left all the videos. Worse, no, it's worse. There's one of those things behind you and a weird machine there. The air reeks in here. All the cables. Did you notice how organized they are? It's odd. It's the cable that comes from all the cameras, actually. I think it's the server that stores all the images from the cameras. Yeah, for sure. We're going to quickly head back to the exit, escape through the same window, and close it right away so they don't find the way we got in, and leave immediately, hoping that the person who was clearly watching the place for a long time doesn't come back.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a lot more Urbex content. We encourage you to go check them out.
See you next Saturday at 6 p.m. for a new video. Stay tuned with Quarantine. Bye.
Yeah.